they serving the justice. But some of these cops, girl, they can't be trusted. My dad is.
It sounds to me, I mean, it looks to me like you're guilty. You know, your city officials are guilty.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
That could be, we are the city officials.
Well, you're sitting here for city officials. Am I right or wrong? Are you sitting here for city officials? Are you sitting here for city officials?
You're appointed.
Okay, that's good enough for me. But what I like to say is, since it seems like it's want to be a hush-hush thing, you know, when it came to Times Herald, lying, you know, all these other, yes, Times Herald lied a lot. You know, and even on, when they put it across the TV about a repo gun, you know, that my son didn't have, you know, like he was stupid, that he would actually wear a gun somewhere. You know, they didn't want to put it out there, you know, let him know that they killed him inside of his car within 3 minutes of pulling up.
My son Mario Romero was gunned down, sitting down already inside of his car. He was assassinated by Vallejo PD. Dustin Joseph and Sean Kinney are the ones responsible for their assassinating my son. My son had just pulled up. Within 7 minutes of his pulling up time, he was shot inside of his car. He was shot in his face. He was shot in his heart. He was shot in his lungs. He was shot with his hands up, begging for his life, saying, please, please, we got our hands up. Please don't shoot us. He was shot all in his side. He was shot in his stomach, where it ripped all his back. His back did not connect it. He was shot everywhere possible that would kill him.
He dead. All it took was a little time. It didn't take very long for them to kill him. And it could have been my grandkids in there along with him. It could have been your grandkids. It could have been your sister, your brother, your son. And for you guys not to act like what you have done, you have assassinated my son. My son didn't even have a tattoo on his body. The police is the one that put all these holes in his heart, in his lungs, on his sides, up his arms, all through his body. And then you're gonna sit and you're gonna sweep it up under the rug like that never happened? No way. My son was somebody. He was in the entertainment field. He liked to entertain people. You took something away from me. Thanksgiving, I could not even enjoy Thanksgiving. Excuse me? I couldn't even enjoy Thanksgiving. Just the thought, and I'm quite sure each and every last one of you went home and enjoyed your family.
That's right.
I was without my son.
That's right.
I have a younger son that looked up to my older son, the one that was taken, that was stolen. His life was stolen. His life was kidnapped. And then I didn't even get the recognition at Kaiser Hospital to even identify my child's body. But I want you to know.
No, your turn is us.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay? I want you to know.
City Hall. And we are here for a community forum for Mario Romero, who was shot, murdered by the Vallejo.
He was assassinated.
Thank you. So let me get the mom on here. Can you please say your name?
I'm Cynthia. My son Mario Romero got out of his car alive. They drug my son out of his car and put handcuffs on him as if he was alive. And treated him, after they have killed him, treated him like a criminal. They have called my son a parolee. He never been on parole. They call him a gangster. They call him a gang member. He never was no gang member also. He was an entertainer, and he probably would be making a whole lot of money in a short period of time that they stole his life from him. He practiced day in, going in and out of the studio so he could be somebody for his family, for himself. And he was brutally killed by the Vallejo PD. inside of his car. There's bullet holes all inside of his car. It's horrific. It's just horrific to see that a person can be treated like worse than a wild animal. You don't even shoot a wild animal that many times. So I think that we have been had, and we have been taken for granted. We have been profiled. We have lived in it's an oppressed time. You know, they're using their authorities in a cruel manner, every which way they possibly can. They threaten the family. They have come to intimidate us. They have treated us like we're criminals because what they have done to my son. They didn't even offer nothing to help out with his funeral after they had brutally killed him, and we had to raise money to get a funeral going on, to bury him, to get a plot for him. We had to raise money and everything. They never offered nothing to him. They never offered not even a flower or plant or nothing after they were the ones that brutally killed my son. That's all I have to say. God bless everybody.
Can you tell us about living in Vallejo in terms of, is there racial profiling, and does this kind of happen all the time? Can you talk a little about that?
The funny thing about it is, because I am a female,
Okay.
I don't encounter the same thing that African American men encounter. So it wasn't that, I directly, but I hear about it, and I kind of was like, no, the police don't do this, the police don't do that, until it was on in front of me. Kind of have a whole nother outlook, and they tried to intimidate us, flashing their lights at the house, and it's just a whole lot of stuff. They come around in undercover cars, just watching us, and it's horrible, and this is the worst city I've ever stayed in,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! No justice!
No peace!
No justice! No peace!
Pass by my name. My name is Vallejo, Black Lives Liberation Party. I'm going to start off by saying oink, oink, bang, bang, and all power to the people. I'm not here to talk about a reform. I'm here to talk about armed self-defense and armed struggle. There is no revolution without bloodshed. We're dying at an alarming rate. We're getting attacked. We're getting our ass whooped. We're getting pumped. Run up on, slapped, and not doing shit about it. The Black Riders Party Liberation Party, we take a different approach than reform. We don't look to the city councils, and we damn sure don't look to our enemy for the answers. The police are the enemy. The prison industrial complex is a problem. 90% of the prison population are people of color, 76% are black and Latinos. Of 76%, 65% are black. This is just a brief history lesson. The police department, or the word officer, coming from the word overseer, started with the patty rollers. Now these were white vigilantes who the slave owners would employ to go seek out freed slaves and return them back to the plantation. It still serves its purpose, and I'm going to tell you exactly why slavery didn't end it. See, Harriet Tubman said, I freed 1,000 slaves and would have freed 1,000 more had they known they were slaves. The 13th Amendment Emancipation Proclamation does not apply to anyone convicted of a felony or a crime, which means you are legally a slave. Some of my comrades, the majority of us who all started with the lumpen proletariat, meaning people off the streets, none of us started as intellectuals, but street cats. And that's why we take the extreme approach of armed self-defense and armed struggle. We killing each other out here. Don't one of you motherfucking youngsters out here say, yo, I ain't got no guns to fight these pigs. Hey. What you should be doing with. Over conversations with the kids, and in which they lost every damn time, including the one that got choked out in front of the LA Police Department for Oscar Grant.
That's right.
So, if y'all would like more information about the Black Riders Liberation Party and our approach to self-defense and how to put your boot up a pig's ass, please holler us at the end of the